My Barrio's big and strong, so
Okay, so if you're next to Pacquiao, what can we expect?
fireworks,
What kind of fireworks?
Roman candles.
And he spoke to Rolando Romero, who's a potential opponent for you in the future. He said that he would like to have a Hall of Famer on his resume. What do you tell him?
In his resume, if he can beat me.
Manny, Tim Bradley said that he was a little upset with both your performance.
So many bigger fights for me. Like, would I rather fight? I don't know. For instance, Pacquiao or Jerome Ennis. What's a bigger fight for me? What fight would sell more? Me and Broner?
My bio is big and he's strong. So, okay. If you're next to Pacquiao, what can we expect? Fireworks. What kind of fireworks? Roman candles. And we spoke to Orlando Romero, who's a potential opponent for you in the future. He said that he would like to have a Hall of Famer on his resume. What do you tell him? If he can beat me, Manny. Tim Bradley said that he was a little upset with both your performance. After impressing boxing fans with his performance against Mario Barrios, Rolly Romero is next in line for Manny Pacquiao. While Pacquiao and Barrios both expressed interest in a rematch post-fight, the Filipino icon's longtime advisor Sean Gibbons insists Rolando Rolly Romero is the front-runner to face his client next. Romero isn't just another hopeful. He holds a legitimate world title, the WBA welterweight belt. And perhaps more importantly, he operates within the same promotional orbit as Pacquiao, premier boxing champions. In a sport where promotional politics often block big fights, that shared ecosystem matters. There's so many bigger fights for me. Like, would I rather fight, I don't know, for instance, Pacquiao or Girones? What's a bigger fight for me? What fight would someone me and Broner? But Romero brings more than just credentials. He knows how to sell a fight. He proved it against Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia. Two of the biggest pay-per-view draws of their generation. In both cases, the Las Vegas native stirred the pot, talked the talk, and kept the spotlight burning beyond the ropes. In boxing, where drama sells as much as skill, that's as valuable as a well-timed left hook. At 46, Pacquiao didn't look like a relic of the past. He showed flashes of the relentless engine that made him an 8th Division world champion. His legs, though not as electric, held up for 12 rounds. His chin endured, his will remains unshaken. What he needs now isn't a soft touch. It's a fight that justifies the spectacle. Belts on the line, commercial stakes, and a compelling narrative. I think Manny would be competitive with any of those people. And I think Romero, who is less of a boxer than this, Pacquiao hasn't addressed the matchup publicly, although Rolly is more than willing to take up the challenge. A Hall of Famer on my resume? Who wouldn't want that? Romero told Boxing Scene. That's the easiest way to get into the Hall of Fame, right? A match between the boxing legend and Rolly Romero has been touted as a more terrific matchup that'll see a huge clash between two generations and two fighters who are both looking for the same thing, a chance to make a name for themselves again in the world of boxing. Rolly Romero bounced back from a series of woeful performances with a win over Ryan Garcia, and Manny Pacquiao hopped out of retirement with a near win over Mario Barrios. I got to ask you, man. You faced Pacquiao. Pacquiao just went over. What did you think about his performance, and should he continue? I don't even want to talk about that, man. You know him better than anybody. Tim, that wasn't Pacquiao. That wasn't Pacquiao. Pacquiao. 46 years old, man. Not a lot of the spoilers don't need. Whether people think I'm hating or not, it is what it is. By facing each other, Manny Pacquiao returns on his journey of seeking a world championship title at the welterweight division with his record of 62 wins, 8 losses, and 3 draws in 73 fights. On the other hand, the less experienced Rolly Romero looks to defend a title for the first time in his career with his record of 17 wins and 2 losses in 19 fights. Romero's comments on Manny came after Gibbons told the same publication, "I don't see why Barrios again. There's Rayleigh Romero, Tank Davis. Why do it again? Mario Barrios doesn't draw anything and brings nothing to the table but that belt. Like even in the fight, I knew that I had him. I mean, everybody knew. No, but people didn't know like he actually can hit like when his punches was like you felt it. Yeah. Was he the strongest punch you think you ever felt? Facts. Really? Yeah. Rayleigh Romero would be an unbelievably fun fight and one hell of a promotion. He's not that Manny Pacquiao with the classic legs. But if you fight a guy like Raleigh whose feet stay in cement, Manny will look vintage. It remains to be seen how well the Pacquiao vs Barrios pay-per-view sold. But judging from Gibbons's reaction, it didn't meet expectations. A fight with Romero would, at least on paper, be a more commercially successful proposition. Rolly Romero says you're his dream fight. What would you think of a fight with Rolly Romero if you win? He does have a WBA version of the title. No, right now my focus is to fight Barrios. The 29-year-old is at the peak of his popularity right now following a career-best victory over Ryan Garcia in May and has experience of selling big PPV attractions, most notably his showdown with Gervonta Davis in 2022, which generated a reported 275K buys. A Pacquiao-Romero fight could fall at the back end of 2025 with Gibbons revealing that the Hall of Famer is planning to return to the ring around his 47th birthday in December. Hey, did you come to scout Manny? Because you're one of the names that they're saying will be next to Manny. You're only in back. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Look at the crowd you generate within seconds. Nobody I think everybody missed me. Did everybody miss me? Rolly, how many sit-ups are you going to do? 500, Manny Pacquiao does 1500 sit-ups twice a day. Rayleigh Romero provides all the prerequisites Manny Pacquiao and his team are seeking in an opponent for Pacquiao's next fight. Romero wears a world title belt as the WBA's welterweight champion and like Pacquiao fights under the Premier Boxing Champions promotion. He knows how to sell a fight as Romero's pay-per-views against Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis attest. And he's enthused by the notion of a matchup with Pacquiao, a Hall of Famer on my resume. Who wouldn't want that? That's the easiest way to get into the Hall of Fame, right? You know, I got to rewatch the fight. Some people saying Barrios won, some people say Pacquiao won, people say it was a draw. So if people are saying both people won, that means it was a draw. But at first I saw Pacquiao won, but it was like the later round Barrios took. Romero asked Boxing Scene on Monday. Upon learning, Pacquiao advisor Sean Gibbons has anointed the 29-year-old Las Vegas fighter as the favorite to fight Pacquiao next. Sowed by the scoring of Pacquiao's Saturday bout with WBC welterweight title holder Mario Barrios as a draw, Gibbons said he views Barrios in disfavor for failing to engage more often with Pacquiao. Manny, even at 46, showed up like he always does, but after Manny tagged the guy a few times, he calmed down. Gibbons said of Barrios, they robbed Manny Pacquiao of history because the guy stayed on his bike running. Mario Barrios lost the fight and my heart bleeds for Manny Pacquiao, that Manny Pacquiao would easily beat Roy Romero. And I'll be honest with you, I don't agree with that at all. I think that's a bad fight for the judges scored the bout a majority draw with a 115-113 card for Barrios and two 114-114 scores. I was happy about fighting Barrios, Gibbons said. I thought he'd bring the fight to Manny and we'd really have a battle. But after Barrios got cracked a few times, he was fighting like Manny was an ICE agent. Gibbons said he has no doubt what Romero's intentions are after the new title holder decked Garcia in the second round of their May 2 main event at New York's Times Square and has flashed a propensity to deliver knockout blows. We can do it, Romero said. Everything has to make sense. It's going to be a fan favorite. That makes sense right there. I cannot say because I don't know them. I don't know what their attitude or I mean the way they treat, but for me as a boxer I want to be an inspiration. And Gibbons said Barrios February 1st, 29 brings only a belt to a Pacquiao bout when he's seeking someone more provocative to help fuel pay-per-view buys and stir the public interest. Romero has proven brash and resilient, winning a lightweight belt in 2021 before getting knocked out by the unbeaten Davis in 2022. He came back to stop Ismael Barroso in 2023 for a 140 pounds title only to lose that belt by TKO to Pacquiao protege Isaac Cruz in 2024. He then defeated Garcia for the WBA 147 pounds interim belt and was later elevated to full title holder upon Jaron Boots Ennis moving to 154 pounds. If Brando's mid-rounds, if Pacquiao if Barr won some of those middle rounds or anything or like the early rounds, so I buy, it must be a blessing when legends are calling you out. Romero said, if a legend is asking to make a fight with you, that says something. And it's not only because of the belt, it's because I can sell the fight, too. And I'm on par with who he is. That speaks highly of how much potential I truly have. Romero attended Pacquiao's victory at MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. A legend is going to be a legend, Romero said of Pacquiao's showing at age 46, coming off his 4-year absence. And that's all for now. For the very best updates on news, moments, events, and actions in the world of boxing, stay connected with us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications to get notified when we drop quality contents like this. Until next time.